Hello and welcome back to Small Screen Stories. This is the daily show. Well, no, it's not daily. It comes to you Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And in this show, we basically talk about all things pop culture related. So that's movies, TV shows, comic books, video games. Most of it is superhero movie stuff, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And before I get started, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be wonderful. You can also follow us on social media. That'd be really cool if you could do that at Small Screen Co. And you can follow me, if you'd like, at EJ Lauder. And with all that out the way, let's get right into the news. And that's the main thing that happened today, as far as I'm concerned, is that Elizabeth Olsen revealed that there's going to be a Luke Skywalker-esque cameo in WandaVision. So this is something that I know a lot of people have been really looking forward to. There's been a lot of speculation on across social media, and one of the things that that I personally have been really looking forward to is the potential of seeing someone like Magneto or Charles Xavier or Ultron in this show. Quicksilver as well is another one that's been there's been a lot of talk about, which is pretty cool. And so what does this mean? Well, it means that she's right, that this could be happening. If you're going to be talking, sorry, my cat's right next to me and is trying to get in. If you're going to be talking about cameos, about Luke Skywalker-esque cameos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who comes to mind? The first person for me that comes to mind is Magneto, and I'm going to be talking about that a little later on. But this was an interview she did with TV Line, and in that interview she just revealed that she was They asked if there's going to be a Luke Skywalker type cameo in WandaVision, and she says yes. And then Jack Schrafer, the showrunner, revealed that there are going to be lots of other surprises for Marvel Cinematic Universe fans. So it's really a show that we should all be watching. I know you probably all are, but it's something that I am very, very much looking forward to. And it seems as though everybody in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is really excited about this, because it's the first real it's the first project, the first Marvel Cinematic Universe project that's being made with where Marvel has the rights to the Fox characters, or the characters that were originally held by Fox. So that's exciting. And I'm going to go into some news regarding Kevin Smith, who is a pop culture nerd and someone that's loved in pop culture spheres. He's a filmmaker. He's a comic book writer. He's a pretty cool dude, and he has a podcast called Fat Man Beyond. And on that podcast, he actually talked about how there's a possibility that WandaVision could set up the Fantastic Four. And so he talks, this is the quote: 5 years ago, Monica Rambeau, she was used to going into space, apparently, and now 5 years later, after the blip, they're not letting people go. Now, when he said we're concentrating now on the quantum and blah 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 unmanned missions, that smells like Fantastic Four, doesn't it? It smells like they had to shut down like the manned missions, and now they're out of it. Feels like somewhere in there the Fantastic Four lies. He's got a point. Why would they stop manned missions into space unless there's been a massive problem? And that's what happened with the Fantastic Four. They all went into space, and then they became, they ended up being entangled with some kind of radioactivity, or I can't remember exactly the scientific terms. I'm going to be honest, my Fantastic Four knowledge is pretty much just the movies, and in that it doesn't explain it very well. It's like radio waves, microwaves. They go through space and get hit by a bunch of microwaves and then turn into the Fantastic Four. No, that's not what's happening. No, in this, it seems as though they are teeing up the Fantastic Four, which actually means that the Fantastic Four movie won't be an Origins film, which I am really, really looking forward to. Interesting. Andrew, it won't be Tobey Maguire. I'll tell you why. It's because Tobey Maguire, if he's going to be involved in any movie at all, or any Marvel Cinematic Universe project, it will be Spider-Man 3. I don't think they'll be bringing Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield into WandaVision. It's just too early, and we were hearing about the contracts being signed pretty much after WandaVision was filmed. So I don't think it'll be that. But that's an interesting thought. That is an interesting thought. Thanks, Andrew, for letting me for bringing that up. But no, as far as WandaVision's concerned, it seems as though we're going to be seeing have already seen hints towards the Fantastic Four, as Kevin Smith said there. We're also seeing hints towards characters like Magneto and Quicksilver. And that brings me into my next little bit of news, and that's that fans think that Magneto will cameo in WandaVision. So I've seen a lot of this online, and this is basically after Elizabeth Olsen kind of started talking about the fact that there's going to be a Luke Skywalker type cameo in WandaVision. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we're probably going to get Magneto. I'm pretty sure it's Magneto, and I'll explain why. One of the main reasons why I think it's going to be Magneto is because really of what Paul Bettany said. So Paul Bettany was talking about the fact that this series gave him the opportunity to work with an actor that he's wanted to work with for a long, long time. A legend, he called him. And if you're thinking about legends, if you're thinking of the fact that Paul Bettany's English, I don't think that legend will be Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. I don't think it'd be Michael Fassbender. I don't think it'd be Evan Peters. Who is it? Well, for me, the only real options are two, and that's Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen, Gandalf and Charles Xavier, and Picard as well, Jean-Luc Picard. So that they are genuinely kind of in that legendary sphere, whereas other actors like Michael Fassbender aren't quite there yet. So also James Spader is pretty much a legend in TV world he is, but I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, for me, it really makes sense that it's Magneto coming into this. And because Magneto, the character, is so interlinked with WandaVision. So the reason I'm saying that is because in the comics, WandaVision is Magneto's daughter. And one thing I know that's going to happen in this series is that they're going to open up the multiverse. And that, I think, is really going to be Wanda that's going to do that. And I think she's going to do that because she's suffering at the moment. She's really trying to get over her trauma of having lost the two most important people in her lives, Vision and her brother Quicksilver. So what does that mean? Well, she's going to find any way she can to bring them back, to bring those two characters back. We're already seeing that what she's doing with Vision. She's basically reanimating his corpse. And there could be something very similar going on with Quicksilver. But I think what she's going to be doing is going to be exploring. She's going to be shown how to explore the multiverse, I think, by a character who I do believe will be Mephisto. And I think by doing that, she'll open up the MCU to the multiverse. Therefore, she'll open up the MCU to the Fox universe. And then she'll bring in the likes of Quicksilver, Evan Peters' version, and her father in that universe, which would be Magneto, even though we haven't actually seen her character in the 20th Century Fox movies. And I think an actor like that is something to be really, really excited about. An actor of Sir Ian McKellen's caliber is to be excited about, is really exciting. So there's all that stuff happening in the background. So then loads of people have been going online about who they think is going to be in it. I'm almost 100% sure that it's going to be Kevin Smith. He wishes. I'm almost 100% sure that it's going to be Magneto, and it's going to be Ian McKellen's version of Magneto. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Who are you thinking will be turning up in it? Let me know in the comments. Right, moving on to our exclusive actually, and that's that WandaVision is going to see James Spader return as Ultron. So this is really, really fun. Basically, full disclosure again, this is an actor. This is a source that I hadn't actually worked with in the past, but they gave me so much documentation and so much. They really did. They managed to prove that they are who they said they were. And also, they gave me some pretty interesting information and proof. About letting me know that what he was saying or what he's saying is the truth. And he's basically saying, or he is saying, that James Spader will return in WandaVision as Ultron. So I'll just get up his quote. He said, James Spader is going to be voicing Ultron again, and he will be appearing in WandaVision. And then I asked him, can you elaborate? Can you give me a bit more information about what will happen? And he was very honest here. And he kind of goes into speculative areas, and he says he did say, look, I keep on saying here, I'm going to keep giving it away. They did say that this is what they'd heard. So they said, as far as I'm aware, Ultron will be coming back beyond the beyond the WandaVision series. All I can offer you beyond that is my idea of what will happen based on the information I've been given. It sounds as though WandaVision will bring Ultron back in some form along with Quicksilver, but it'll all be wrong. It won't be the right version of Quicksilver. It'll be the Evan Peters' version of Quicksilver. And Ultron will be different also, but still voiced by James Spader. This will be a scene in which Wanda is trying to deal with the trauma of losing her brother, but it won't go to plan. Again, this is what I believe will happen, but nothing I've been able to confirm yet. So this source was talking about that particular scene, that's what they'd heard would happen. But as far as Ultron's concerned, they're like, yes, definitely coming back, and James Spader's voicing the character. And then it was brought to my attention that actually, if you go onto Google and you search for WandaVision, which I'll do now, and you look at the cast, there are a couple of interesting additions. So this is something that I actually really like doing, going onto Google and seeing who they put in the cast. So I'll bring it up here. So at the very top there, you can see there's Evan Peters right there. And then if you scroll down a bit, at the bottom, there is James Spader, voicing Ultron. So this is again, as I have said to multiple people online, the cast list can't be edited by people. It's actually an algorithm. So it does go through like supposedly reputable sites and information like IMDb Pro and things like that. But I did check IMDb Pro, and he wasn't on there. But that's how it works. It's an algorithm. It's a robot, basically. Talking about Ultron, it is a robot that decides these things. So I think it's happening. This person was very, very convincing. Again, I did say that I hadn't worked with this person before, and it was only one. I wasn't able to corroborate this person's information, but I'm pretty sure it's happening, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the cameos that's coming. As it seems as though Jack Schaefer said that there are going to be a lot of characters coming into this show, which is very, very exciting. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Let's just check to see if you've said anything. Nope. But it's just it's one of those things that I'm really, really looking forward to. This show, episode 4, really, really kind of took things up a notch. And that's something that I really love, the fact that they're doing this. And it's kind of it started off a bit of a slow burn, which is fine. And then episode 4 really, really got us in the mood to see more of this. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Right, moving on to Netflix's The Sandman. So it was actually revealed by Boyd Holbrook, who's playing the Corinthian in Sandman. He was talking to Collider, and he basically said that they're going to get multiple seasons of this show. So it's not just a one and done. So he's going to be playing him in multiple seasons. So he said, I think everyone wants the show to continue. I think it's a standard contract, like 7, 5 years, whatever. We've talked about that. I don't know if it'll all work out. I think it might work out in different blocks of time. But yeah, you definitely want to have some sort of macro idea of how long something's going to last, but I don't want to give away the details of how long. So he's teasing that it's going to be going on for, he said 7 years to begin with, and then changed it to 5. But that's a lot of seasons if that's what they're planning. But as far as Netflix is concerned, they do tend to kind of cancel things pretty quickly. So if they're not doing as well as they want them to do, but I have a feeling that this Sandman show is going to be massive. I think it's going to be really big. The cast list is incredible. You've got Gwendolyn Christie playing Lucifer, which I think is the best casting I could have ever imagined. So I'm really excited about this. But let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Right, moving on to the movie news now. So that was all the TV stuff. So we've got TV stuff out of the way. So Andrew Garfield is reportedly in Atlanta, which means that he should be filming Spider-Man 3. So this was revealed by someone on Twitter. So it was actually someone that said they delivered food to them. So this Twitter user said, I delivered food to that guy that played Spider-Man in 2014. What's his name? Andrew Garfield. He said that he was rude. But the thing about this is that your tweets are geo tagged, so geolocated, so that it tells you where they were tweeted from, and that tweet was from Atlanta, Georgia. And one thing that's the biggest thing that's filming at the moment in Atlanta, Georgia is Spider-Man 3. So it really does seem, unless this person's lying, but then again, what was the point of lying? There's not really much point at all. It really does seem as though Andrew Garfield is filming his scenes for Spider-Man 3, which is very, very exciting. I just wish he could have been a bit more courteous to the delivery driver there. It sounds like he was not very nice. But let me know what you think about that. Are you excited to see Spider-Man 3? Let me know in the comments below. Right, moving on to Black Panther. So actually, this bit of news I did kind of go over a bit yesterday, but I wanted to go over a bit more today. So the Black Panther spin-off series was announced, and it's rumored to be based around the Dora Milaje, which is the kind of all-female. Well, how can I call them? They're not militia. They're like a group of, well, they're bodyguards. Sorry, they're Black Panther's bodyguards. That's what they are. And so apparently, according to Geekosity, Mikey Sutton over there, that the show will be really focused around them, which is really, I think, cool. I think that's a good idea. There are also rumors that there's going to be a Killmonger series as well. That was Fandom Wire, I believe, or Popcorn Planet, whichever one that delivered that exclusive. But it's pretty cool. I think it's something that they should do, and it seems as though like a TV area is the best place for it. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Right, moving on to Spider-Man 3. So Spider-Man 3's social media campaign is teasing the Hobgoblin. So this is something that's been in the kind of, a lot of people have been talking about this for quite some time. And they've been talking about how Ned... Peter Parker's best friend is going to actually become the Hobgoblin in this upcoming in Spider-Man 3. It's going to be the main villain. So this is actually was revealed, or not revealed, was hinted at in a fan account. So it's like, let me explain this. So it's Flash Thompson's account on Instagram, and it's his real account. So it's called Spidey #1 fan _ and it's all run by Marvel, and it's fun. It's a funny little thing, and there've actually been some little Easter eggs from like Spider-Man Far From Home in the past on there, and it's actually quite a good place to look if you're looking for some information on what's going to happen in the next Spider-Man film. So he did a So on this, they did what's it called? It's like a choice thing. You could choose between two characters, and one of them was Boring Betty, the other one was Boring Ned. And behind Ned there, you could just see that they had drawn a little hat, a little Hobgoblin-esque hat, which makes me think that I'm pretty sure that he's going to end up becoming the Hobgoblin in this. Of course, the actor... Jacob Batalon actually went through, has lost a lot of weight. I think that's probably for health reasons, but also probably for a role, and this role could be to play the Hobgoblin. I think it kind of makes sense. It's happened before in Spider-Man movies where Spider-Man's best friends are kind of turned against him, and it's one of those kind of running things that happens in these sorts of films, and especially Spider-Man. So I'm pretty sure it's happening. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Right, Kat Dennings has revealed that she's doubtful she'll be in Thor: Love and Thunder, which is really upsetting because I think she's great, but it sounds as though she won't be in it. And she said that she hasn't got the call. So this is what she said. She said, "Well, I have not gotten a call, and I kind of doubt it, since they're shooting it right now. So probably not. But anything Marvel ever asks of me, the answer's always yes." So it sounds as though her character won't be in Thor: Love and Thunder, which is a shame, but you know, she's in WandaVision, so we're getting something at least. And finally, the Golden Globes nominations for 2021 were revealed. And you know what? Personally, I think they shouldn't have done them because not enough come out. But then again, they do. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in TV that's come out this year. Basically, all of TV's come out this year. So you can go over to Small Screen now and have a look at the list. I'm not going to go over all the nominations, but what I will say is that The Mandalorian was nominated for Best Television Series, which is great. And one of the things that really caught my eye was the fact that James Corden has been nominated for his performance in The Prom, which is terrible. His performance in The Prom is awful. It's really bad. It's bordering on sorry about that. It's bordering on offensive, and I'm very surprised that they did that. They nominated Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which is great. It's great to see him nominated. He's up against Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal, Anthony Hopkins in The Father, Gary Oldman in Mank, and Tahar Rahim in the Mauritian. And it's the fact I can't believe they nominated The Prom in so many things, because it was dreadful, that movie. It was really bad. But you know, he of course James Corden is hosting the show, so kind of they're giving him a nomination. It's just honestly, the Golden Globes just I like it to an extent because it's kind of wacky, but I think it's just this is taking it too far because he was awful in that. But Jared Leto was also nominated for The Little Things, which is good. Sacha Baron Cohen was nominated for The Trial of the Chicago 7, which is a great film. That got quite a few nominations. And then in the TV worlds like The Mandalorian, The Crown, Lovecraft Country, Ozark, Ratchet, Olivia Colman was nominated for her performance in The Crowd. In the crowd. Jodie Comer was nominated for Killing Eve. One of the funny things was that I think Emily in Paris was nominated for something. I think that was nominated for Best Television Series, Musical or Comedy. So, of course, the Golden Globes does like drama and musical or comedy. It basically means they can invite more people. But the thing is, they're not going to be having a ceremony. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be holding a ceremony. I'm pretty sure it's going to be all done online. At least I hope so. But yeah, you can go back again. Actually, Lily Collins was nominated as Best Actress in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy, which I just find hilarious. But again, actually, I quite liked Emily in Paris, but I don't think it's like nomination level. You know, I think that's going overboard a bit. You can go onto Small Screen and have a look at all the nominations there. I just picked out a few that I thought were quite funny. Mainly James Corden. I think is ridiculous that he was nominated for The Prom, which just shouldn't have been nominated for anything. It was so bad. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Sorry that it was a bit of a slapdash episode this evening. But if you could like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. If you could also follow Small Screen everywhere. You can see it right there. It's at Small Screen Co. on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And like the page, like and subscribe, like the Facebook page. You can follow me at EJ Lauder. And if you'd rather listen to this as a podcast, you can. You can find it at Small Screen Stories. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, then a 5-star rating would be much appreciated. I'd appreciate it even if it's, if it's not really warranted, especially for this show. This has been a bit of a mess, and I'm sorry about that. But I'll see you guys here tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll be much better. I'll be on it. There won't be audio problems in the first attempt. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Thank you very much for listening and watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Goodbye.